Hey Aquarius, thank you so much for coming to your love reading. This is a reading for both couples and singles, 1st through the 14th. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I'm definitely gonna try to work on my timing a little bit. With that being said, we're gonna go over the overall energy, what's the situation, what's the root of the situation, and hopes and fears, and the ultimate outcome. This is for couples and singles. I don't know if I said that already. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to receive notifications for when I post. To book a personal reading, go ahead and check out my website. The link will be in the description below. And I'm pretty sure you guys are already, but if you haven't, please, please, please go subscribe to Pink Pineapple Tarot, because not only is she freaking a goddess, but she's also very intuitive and always spot on, okay? So with that being said, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna do couples first, okay? So what's the overall energy for Aquarius couples 1st through the 14th? Okay, you guys have separation. I don't necessarily think that that's bad though, so let's see what's going on with that. Sometimes we just need a little bit of space. That's how I feel, okay? What's the current situation for Aquarius couples? Whoa, that one to pop out. Okay, so you guys have the 10 of Wands. I don't know, part of me thinks that that's reversed. Let me ask one more time though. What's the current situation with Aquarius couples 1st through the 14th when it comes to love? Hold on with love, okay. So you guys, movement. What's causing this situation for Aquarius? Okay. What's their hopes and fears, Aquarius couples? All right, and what's the overall outcome for Aquarius couples with love 1st through the 14th? Beautiful. All right, so let's just like say what we gotta say first of all. Sometimes shit looks bad, right? Separation, we're like, oh fuck, here we go. This reading's already starting off shitty, right? Or maybe you're just like, YOLO, I need some goddamn time by myself. But sometimes I think that, especially for like Aquarius, sometimes like that separation is needed, because a little bit of time apart, and it could be too that like maybe your partner is traveling, or maybe they travel for work, or there's something, you know, somebody's working a lot, and that's ultimately what's creating a divide between you guys during this time period. But I do feel like it is good. Like, I feel like, you know, a little bit of separation kind of puts things back into perspective and resets the scales, okay? So I do wanna go ahead and throw that out there. Ooh, hold on, hold my beer. All right. Okay, yeah, so separation is clarified by the 8 of Wands. So I just think that that has to be with, you know, your partner, that they're out, they're traveling, they're working, you know, and they're just not necessarily close to you right now, especially with the Chariot and, you know, Emperor. Okay, so how you'd feel about it is the 9 of Wands. Why is this here? King of Pentacles. All right. Okay. Why is this their hopes or fears? There it goes. Okay. So 2 of Swords reversed. Hopefully you guys can see this. All right. So you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. You guys could definitely be dealing with a Gemini, an Aries, Libra is coming up strongly, a Cancer, possibly. So yeah, so like I mentioned, you know, you guys have this portion where you guys are separated. I think that it came out of nowhere. You know, I don't necessarily think that this is you guys separating, but I think that this is this person either being gone for work or something that wasn't necessarily expected and they had to leave right away, okay? And that's forcing you into a place where, you know, you're tired of waiting for them. You know, the 8 goes to the 9, okay? Chariot, so this is about, you know, forward movement. The situation is there's some movement and you're from a distance, definitely could be from a distance. This could be somebody from a different background than you are, but I feel like this was something that had to happen, some type of movement. So either this person had to physically move or they're traveling from work or something to that extent, because it's making you feel like the 9 of Wands. So it's like it happened really quick. I don't think that you guys were necessarily expecting it. So it created this, you know, unpredictability and this change, right? Which usually you guys like, but in this sense, you really don't. I also feel though with the Chariot, it's like some type of security is being moved. Like, I don't know if right now you feel as secure as you did prior. Okay, I do get that heavily here. Also too, what's causing the situation, so it's the 5 of Cups with the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this is your partner, and I feel like your partner is somewhat, you know, leaving you at home, or they're not seeing you as frequently, right? Which is causing this 9 of Wands. And you're kind of over here pouting because, like, if you take a look at this card, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a person right here that's looking back at her in the house. So she's pissed. He's over here like, well, you know, I don't know what else to do. And that's kind of interesting to me, at least. This also is about, you know, expressing emotion. So there could have been a fight, right? And you came off extremely emotional, or they did, and it was very aggressive in some sense. Some senses of the word, which made them like say, okay, I just need a break. Like, clearly things aren't working, we're not getting along, you're pissing me off. And I feel like for you guys definitely needed that space. And what's crazy is with this little bit of space, it kind of reignites, I feel like, that spark with you and them. And it kind of makes you and your partner see what makes you guys happy. And I feel like that's why over here, as your hopes and dreams, you hope that this person, you know, your emperor, so you could be married to this person, you guys could be in a very committed relationship. You hope that they make a choice to come back and not stay mad at you. Sometimes, especially as air signs, we tend to pop off, and it can upset people, right? Because sometimes it's not necessarily expressed in the way that we think it's expressed. And that's ultimately what's causing, you know, this person to go away for a period of time to try to like reset the scales, figure out what they want, and go from there, okay? So your hope is that they're gonna forgive you for what was said or what wasn't said, and you know, you guys can be in a place again where you're emperor and empress, right? Now, for your guys' outcome, you guys have the Lovers, which is beautiful. So, you know, this could definitely be, you know, a reunion. This could definitely be this person coming back and saying, hey, let's you know, make shit right. There also could be a possible proposal here at dinner. You know, that's definitely coming in strong. And also something to think about too is sometimes when we're like fiery, it's a lot of fire and that person isn't necessarily like expecting it. So sometimes it's like they, you know, get their wig blown back a little bit. But this person definitely loves you. So if you want to take a look at the extended, we're going to go ahead and clarify the Lovers card. We're going to go into how does your partner feel about you? What are their hopes for the relationship? What are their fears or apprehensions? What do they want from you? Their next actions, your advice, and then we're going to go ahead and clarify this. Okay? So Aquarius, hopefully that made sense. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'm going to go ahead and get into Aquarius singles right now while I can. Excuse me while I collect the cards. Also too, I don't remember what reading it was on, but somebody bitched about my my card shuffling, or that I was shuffling the cards, like too much shuffling, I think, quote unquote. Yeah, I really don't care, because it's my channel, and this is how I get my messages. So, you know, I feel like you would prefer me to be authentic and real to who I am versus somebody who gives two fucks what somebody thinks. Okay? And it wasn't you guys, it was on a different reading, but I just wanted to throw that out there because I feel like you guys would appreciate that. All right, so Aquarius singles, when it comes to love, 1st through the 14th, what's the overall energy for Aquarius singles right now with love, finance, and career? Okay, you guys are like, fuck love. How about my money? What's my money looking like? Can't say I blame you guys. What's the current situation at hand for Aquarius singles when it comes to love, 1st through the 14th? Okay. Situation. What's the root of the situation? Whoa. Okay, so you guys have the devil. You guys could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Scorpio. Okay, what's their fears or what's their fears, hopes, and fears for love? Okay. What's the overall outcome? Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify this. Can you tell me a little bit more about these three things? Whoa. All right, so you guys can be definitely dealing with another Aquarius. You guys can be dealing with a, let's see, a Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, possibly a Libra, because this is the Justice card, but in its minor arcana. So I feel like right now, for this next couple of weeks, you guys are going to be working on or focused on your work, career, and finance. And I feel like it says that this is an issue when it comes to your love life right now. So getting your money straight allows you guys to have the ability to feel secure, right? And it allows you that ability to move how you want to move. I feel like you possibly could have been dealing with somebody from work and it just didn't work out the way you thought. And there has to be some type of forward movement with it, okay? There has to be some type of like leading or straying away from the bullshit. And more so focusing on what you guys, you know, need to focus on, which has to do with your money right now. I do see that heavily. Now, the situation is the 3 of Swords with the 7 of Swords. So definitely, obviously, this is possibly a relationship that went a little bit wonky. You guys could have been dealing with a Libra, and, you know, for whatever reason, this person they were sent here to teach you a message, right? And the message had to do with, you know, structure and discipline, and, you know, when it comes to how you communicate, okay? So I feel like either you or them made a comment, right? And that flipped things very quick, and it puts you in this 3 of Swords, okay? I feel like you both were kind of going back and forth, but one person ended up getting cut a little bit deeper than the other person, and that's what created this, okay? Also, something to note is this. Sometimes when we say things, it's not only hurting that person, but it's ultimately hurting us in the end, okay? It's like we think what we're saying is hurting them, but then it ultimately like ricochets and it hits us too. I feel like also, especially with this 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, you know, this is very much a place where you're in mental turmoil and you guys are not necessarily building the right energy, you know, and setting clear goals and your intentions with this, right? Because things are a little bit clouded here. And I feel like with that new moon, because maybe the thoughts were not necessarily where they were supposed to be, it kind of flipped the script a little bit, right? Especially with this 7 of Swords. Like, I like the 7 of Swords, but then sometimes it's like, sometimes it's not good. You know, it's like, yeah, you've liberated yourself, but ultimately, like, you're just as upset as they are, okay? The cause of it is the devil with the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like they gave exactly what you gave, and it wasn't good. It wasn't a good energy. It's like, okay, you're gonna talk shit, I'm gonna talk shit. Oh, you don't wanna call me? Cool, I'm not gonna call you. Oh, you want a stalemate? Cool, now you have a stalemate. So it was very much like a back and forth energy that I really don't think was healthy at all. Like, not even like fucking remotely healthy. So it is good that this hopefully is ending, okay? Your hopes, it's the Page of Pentacles with the Emperor. So I feel like you guys are hoping that in time, this person will come back around and, you know, really think about everything that you guys have been through and take time to realize that, you know, they are happy with you or you are happy with them. And, you know, this time is going to give them the space that they need to kind of heal from what was said. The only issue with that is this: not everybody can get over what's verbally communicated, right? Like, I know there's been times where I pop the fuck off and then I feel great afterwards because I'm good, right? And then the person doesn't want to fucking talk to me because what I said was hella foul. So I feel like sometimes it goes hand in hand, even though, like, I feel like you definitely feel justified for your communication. It's like this person, you know, you're hoping that they just need a little bit of time before that they can come back and solidify things with you guys again. Okay, I do feel like this is probably maybe somebody you have kids with. This could also be, you know, somebody that you've dated in the past, but, you know, trying to say this the best way without you guys being like, you're a bitch, but I feel like there was a little bit of like change and a little bit of unpredictability that kind of came in with this person. And if this person is an earth sign or, you know, a water sign, I don't think that fared well with them, okay? But I do see that, you know, hopefully there is some type of communication that's going to happen within these first few days or first, you know, few weeks of the month. Now, either somebody's stalking somebody, right? Somebody's watching social media. This could definitely be, you know, some type of communication being said. What's the tone of the communication? I'm not exactly sure, but in the extended, we're gonna go ahead and go over this. So we're gonna go over how do they feel about you? What do they want from you? Hopes and fears, their next actions, your advice, and then ultimately clarifying this, okay? So Aquarius, yeah, this looks kind of shitty, but honestly, who gives a fuck? The month's almost, I mean, we only have like, what, 4 or 5 days left, 6 days? I don't even know what fucking day it is. But, you know, this time period's almost over, and then we're gonna be on to the next one. So just understand that, you know, focusing on this versus, you know, the fucked up shit that happened is definitely gonna move you forward versus the other way. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.